In the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
You want a career that creates experiences that are impossible to forget. By studying sports and events at IUPUI, you'll get hands-on experience in and out of the classroom. And with Indy as your classroom, there are high-profile events, sports franchises, hotels, museums, and large organizations across the city to engage, educate, and enlighten your student journey before you graduate. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to prepare you to handle any event, big or small. It all starts here.
This is the Frells family's land. When the sun comes out, the kids run and play right there. This used to be a shed. Now, it's where they get breakfast. This is more than just land. It's home. The Frells family runs with us on a John Deere 1 Series tractor. This land isn't the only thing that should live on for generations. Nothing runs like a deer. Search John Deere 1 Series for more.
Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
And good evening, everyone. Welcome to Chatard High School as we bring you high school baseball here on IndianaSRN. It's Chatard and Covenant Christian, a rematch from just a couple of days ago. Troy Nergowski along with Sean Kroll, and we're excited to be here. And Sean, I tell you what, you saw these two teams play just recently. Now we get a rematch tonight.
Yeah, we were Tuesday night. We were at Victory Field where Chatard won the city championship, defeating Cathedral 8-6. We were here Saturday and watched Covenant Christian as they lost to Cathedral in the bottom of the 7th inning. Both teams looking to get in stride. Covenant wants to definitely get back on the winning streak, and Bishop Chatard wants to keep that winning streak going 4 in a row for the Trojans, and they need some conference wins.
Yeah, the last time these two teams got together, as mentioned, Chatard knocked off Covenant Christian by a final of 4-2. We're going to see a really good pitcher in Brock Buckley, but let's talk a little bit, too, about the Covenant pitcher here tonight as Borowski gets the start here, right-hander. We saw him a little bit in the game on Tuesday at Victory Field. What are your thoughghts about him?
3-3 with a 3.69 ERA. He's got to watch his walks. He's got 15 strikeouts, 24 walks, 7 wild pitches are a problem, but opponents are only hitting 198 against him. Covenant has struggled a little bit at the dish, so they got to be very selective in terms.
Twice, just to let you know, Buckley's pitched both times. He's 2-0. Does that mean anything for tonight?
I've had him twice, and he's 1-0 with a no decision.
So that's not. He likes it when we're doing these games.
Yeah, he does.
Trey Replogle will lead things off as he takes the first pitch for a strike, and we are underway. The second pitch on the way, and quickly out. No balls, 2 strikes. Good start now for Borowski.
Got the zone rolling tonight.
It'll be Replogle, Buckley, and Nardi. By the way, a Ney behind the plate, right at first. Palakins at second. The pitch on the way, grounded in the hole, base hit. Not a bad way to start for Covenant Christian with an opening single here tonight.
That is definitely the way you want to start, and Buckley can help himself here now, Troy. Does he lay down a bunt and advance him, or do they let him swing away?
So Buckley steps up. By the way, Sitzman's at short, Keating at third, Murray Duncan in the left and center positions tonight, with Coors in right field. As Borowski set to throw, and the first pitch is up high, 1-0.
Buckley 256 on the year. He's got 7 RBIs. Could help himself out immensely.
Replogle the lead at first. The pitch by Borowski is outside, 2-0. But we had that game, that first game. I know you had the championship game of the county tournament the other night, but you saw probably what happened in the first game that we had, where that first inning was a disaster by both teams. You see the swing and the miss.
Well, it was quite similar to the Covenant Cathedral game that was here on Saturday, the semifinal. Yeah. Both teams really kind of took advantage of the other team's mistakes, and it was whoever was going to make the last mistake. Just so happened it wasn't really a mistake. It was pitch count where Buckley got pulled, and the relievers let Cathedral score in the bottom of the 7th.
Pitch fouled away by Buckley. Pretty good cut there. We'll go to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Chatard winning the city championship at Victory Field. Runner takes off. Ground ball to the shortstop. His only play will be at first as Sitzman makes the out there, and Replogle, by the way, heads to second. That'll bring up Brad Nardi.
Good move there by Coach Chris Stevenson, sending him in motion to stay out of the double play, because that was a tailor-made 6-4-3 right there, Troy.
Nardi, the number 3 hitter. Borowski checks the runner, the pitch on the way. It's up high for a ball.
Well, that's something new, Troy, because we waited till his 4th at bat before he did not swing in a pitch Saturday against Cathedral.
Another fastball up high. I was going to mention that you and I will be on the road tomorrow. We go to Kokomo.
Yes, sir. Excited about that. Little Heartland Conference action. You can check them out after we're done here.
That one chopped foul. 2 balls and a strike. We know that, I don't know, but you'd mentioned Anderson had probably won that first game. That's a big win for them over Rose-Hulman, right?
It is. It was Anderson over Hanover.
Hanover, yeah.
The 4-5 game. Hanover now has to come back and play in the late game tonight against number 1 seed Franklin.
By the way, Earlham now leading, speaking of Rose-Hulman, 4-1 in the second game. The stretch and the 2-2 pitch lined into left field. Coming on and making the catch is Murray. The throw to second is off the mark, nearly doubling off Replogle at second base. Nice play by Murray.
That was a great play by Murray with the dive. And the same thing, almost the same thing happened on Saturday, except it was to right field. And I believe it was Gillespie or Laughlin got caught off a second, got doubled up, prevented a run from scoring. So, man, you cannot take anything for granted here, even with that ball dying out there.
Jackson Ware will step up, the cleanup hitter now for Covenant, with a runner in scoring position. The pitch by Borowski popped him up left side, foul territory. The third baseman Keating has room, makes the catch, and that's going to do it for Covenant in the top of the first inning. After half inning of play, it's Covenant nothing and Chatard coming to bat. This is high school baseball on IndianaSRN. Back here at Chatard High School, you're getting a look at young man right-hander Brock Buckley. And what tell you, when this guy's on, he is on. And you'd mentioned, you talked to him a little bit after his last start, that his pitch count got high because his fastball wasn't there. Talk a little bit about that game.
Yeah, he had an 0.74 ERA going into that game. Now it's only up to 1.12. You know, not too bad. He didn't feel really good about his fastball control, which made his pitch count go up, and why he got pulled in the 7th. He looks a little more settled this afternoon than he did on Saturday. And again, you know, the strikes on the ump was calling. He called it tight all game long. Didn't really give him much on either corner. And sometimes that, you know, you kind of expect some of those calls didn't happen. We'll see what happens tonight. But he looks much more calm and collected in this game tonight, so we'll see what happens.
Well, he'll get the start. It'll be Ryan Keating leading things off now for Chatard. fresh off that city championship. Any blowback on that? I mean, you win, you're emotional. Now you got to come back and play today. And that one will be chopped over the mound. This is going to be a tough play for the shortstop, Ruplogel. He'll throw to first and in time.
Oh, that was close. It looked like maybe pulled wear off the bag a little bit. But there is no instant replay in college, so or high school either, for that matter. They didn't waste any time swinging.
Yeah, he'll swing the bat.
That's for sure. I mean, looking at these stats, Troy, these guys can flat out rake the top 7 of the order. So it's on Buckley to get balls over in the count, get ahead of these hitters early.
So here is Aiden Duncan, the center fielder, stepping up, and he'll swing at the first pitch, line this one into right center field. That's going to fall in for a base hit. So Aiden Duncan, first pitch swinging, and he's on base.
Well, he's not having to worry about pitch count too much so far because 2 batters, 2 pitches.
32, J.P. Polakin.
Here's Polakin. J.P. stepping to the plate for the first time. Last time we saw him, he had a couple of extra base hits, a triple and a double, scored 3 times in that championship game.
You know, when your slug is almost 1.5, that's pretty good.
Yeah, he's a tough guy at 3. So now Buckley working from the stretch for the first time. Pitch on the way, another first pitch swinging. That one gets through. Heading to third will be Duncan. And so now runners at first and third with 1 away.
3 pitches, 3 batters, and both right up the guts. Center field there for Polakin, right center field for Duncan. They're not wasting time and taking it right back up the chute, which is what you want if you're Coach Harmon.
Sean, you don't see that very much where 3 straight guys come up and hit the first pitch.
You do not at all.
Daniel Konvalinka, the designated hitter, now will step up. In that championship game, 0 for 3, a run scored and a walk. His first look at Buckley.
Buckley does have a good move to first base. That wasn't it, but he does have a good move that's gotten a couple of guys in the games we've broadcast.
You know, this will be the first time that I've seen Buckley in warm weather. Every time I saw him throw, it was always cold, so I'll be interested to see how he does in warm weather.
He hasn't had a chance to get warm yet with only 3 pitches.
That's right. Runner takes off, pitch way behind Konvalinka. No throw to second. So Chatard, they're coming out very aggressive here early.
Staying out of the double play, putting the runner in motion. Nice move by Coach Harmon. Let's see if it pays off. Now Buckley needs a K.
Pitch low and outside. Is the thinking then, because Buckley can be so good, we talk about him being so good late in a game, that the mindset is we better get him early?
Yes, 100%. It definitely is. And I wonder how much of a difference it's going to make to the games I've seen him pitch. Kimmerly has been his catcher. Today it's Nolan Jones.
Yeah.
So, you know, that battery makes a huge difference. I'm curious to see how this plays out.
From the windup, here's Buckley's pitched, fouled away. You see runners at second and third now for Chatard here in the bottom of the first inning. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Konvalinka. Buckley gets the sign, the pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, got him on the outside corner. Nice pitch by Buckley.
He needed that K in the worst way.
2 outs and runners at second and third.
But he didn't give him anything to hit, did he? I mean, that would have taken a longer bat for sure.
Well, he kind of led him outside, just gradually kept going further and further on the outside part of the plate, and he went fishing, couldn't catch up to it, but it's a big at bat here too because Anae's got a bunch of RBIs.
Yeah, Jack Anae, a dangerous left-handed hitter. This is a high chopper to the right side. Second baseman is there. Gillespie on to first, and that'll leave 2 runners in scoring position for the Trojans after 1 no score. This is high school baseball on IndianaSRN.
Needing to hire someone to take care of your loved one when you're away? Maybe your family member just needs someone to talk to when you're not around. Why not contact Indiana licensed Serenity Care Services? Call Angela, owner of Serenity Care Services, at 317-900-6202. Our team of trained and experienced personal care providers are licensed to serve seniors requiring companion care and light housekeeping services in Indianapolis and its 5 surrounding counties. Call us today at 317-900-6202. now hiring qualified applicants.
Back here at Chatard High School. Great to have you with us as we're, Sean, we're beginning to wind down this high school baseball season. Before you know it, sectional play right around the corner.
Which means school's winding down.
I know.
Yeah. do I look excited? Hey, I love my students, but man, there's no tired like teacher tired, I'll tell you that.
Well, I heard you telling the guys here that it's next Friday.
It is for us, yeah, next Friday. First time I ever get out before the rest of my family. So.
Will you take that day and celebrate? Or
no, I'm sure I'll have a long honeydew list waiting for me.
Well, your thoughts after the first inning. You saw a Chatard team very, very aggressive. Buckley got out of it, and so after inning one, no score.
Extremely aggressive by Chatard at the plate. You know, you get a pitch to hit, first pitch. He wants to throw a strike and get ahead, swing at it, and Buckley does what Buckley does. He got out of that jam. That's a huge boost for this team. Now let's see what they can do at the dish.
Well, we go to the second inning. Ethan Kimmerly will step to the plate. Base hit by Replogel lead things off for Covenant Christian. And then they went down 1-2-3. So Kimberly steps to the plate for the first time, followed by Jones and Laughlin. First pitch low and outside for a ball.
You know, we look at both these squads and their stats. Covenant only has one starter double-digit RBIs, which is telling.
Yeah, no kidding. Swing and a miss.
And that's Jackson Ware. But you've got 7 in Chatard's lineup that does.
Yeah, that's crazy. I kind of noticed the numbers there as that ball gets away from the catcher, Ane. But the numbers offensively for Covenant, nothing jumps out at you.
And that's what they've done this year is when they've won, they've gotten great pitching and they've taken advantage of other people's mistakes. And when they don't get those mistakes offensively, it's hard for them to generate runs, which is why you'll see the small ball. That's why I was surprised Buckley didn't bunt in the first inning.
3 balls and a strike now to Kimmerly. The wide in the pitch. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Will go full.
Yeah, you look at their team stats. Their pitching's fantastic, but their hitting is just it's struggled. But they're also very young.
Yeah.
Both these teams are.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to replace Buckley, though, somehow. I don't know how they're going to do that.
Those are huge shoes to fill.
Payout pitch on the way. Line right to the third baseman. Nice job by Keating to snag that one.
That was a rocket. My goodness. He found his nitro zone, but Keating was right there.
Nolan Jones.
So now here's Nolan Jones. Both teams hitting the ball extremely hard here early. They must be seeing that thing pretty well, huh?
Well, I think they both like playing here, and the wind's not blowing in like it was on Saturday. When it's blowing out. It wreaked havoc on balls in the outfield, and defensively it was a struggle.
Ground ball down the line. That'll be a fair ball for Jones. He'll turn and head to second base. The throw in by Murray, not in time. You see the head first slide and a one-out double for Jones, and now Covenant has a man in scoring position.
Okay, I'll ask you, since didn't have an answer for this of the day. Have you ever slid on turf head first?
No.
Okay.
Hey, in my day, there was no such thing as turf.
Mine too. That's why I'm curious.
Here's Jamison Laughlin. But you know, the fields I played on, you might as well have been turf because there's so many rocks on them.
That is true too.
Pitch on the way is just outside 1-0.
Courtesy runner for Mr. Jones, since he's the catcher.
Next pitch on the way, grounded, picked right there by Borowski. Throws to first, keeps the runner at second, 2 away.
Smart play by the runner at second. We'll get his name here. He could have got caught up quickly. He had to make sure it got through. It didn't, and he stood his ground.
Here is Austin Brown, the designated hitter. Left-hander steps in against Borowski for the first time. Pitch on the outside corner for a strike.
Well, we can see there's a wide zone, and 2, I can see why he's hitting Brown today, because it's the only left-handed hitter in the lineup.
Yeah, they're dominant right-handed hitters. Pitches inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. That is Ross down at second. The pinch runners, that's going to be chopped foul to the right side. Ross wearing number 22 there for Covenant. 2 away here in the top of inning number 2. Both teams have stepped in here swinging the bats here in the first couple of innings. A little bit late on the swing there. Borowski gets him. That'll do it for Covenant. They'll leave a man in scoring position as well. After 1.5, no score. This is high school baseball on IndianaSRN.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
By the way, Sean, inning number 1 in the city championship took about 34 minutes.
Yeah.
We've gone through an inning and a half, and we've paid less than 20. It's not bad.
It's amazing what happens when you get pitchers who throw to the zone and guys that make contact, but your defense behind you makes plays, or they get through and you pitch out of jams and it's clean baseball. It doesn't this whole pitch clock thing drives me crazy.
Yeah.
Baseball's supposed to be conversational. That's what we do here in the booth. You want to be able to talk about what's happening as it happens.
Apparently the fans don't think so. I always wonder, why do you come to a baseball game if you're ready to leave in a matter of minutes, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's not a bar where a baseball game breaks out. You go to watch the game.
Murray stepping in, lining this one back up the middle. One hop, shortstop. Throw to first is off the mark as Replogle has that one sail on him, and that will put Murray down to second base, that ball leaving the field of play.
That's the thing about Replogle. He's got a hose, but sometimes it's hard to rein it in. And on a play like that, we've seen it before, he can airmail it trying to make that play, and now you got to run on scoring position.
Second time already that Chatard has had runners in scoring position. Here's Danny Sitzman. Sitzman went 0 for 3 in that championship game with a walk, and the first pitch on the outside corner for a strike.
I can tell you this, Buckley likes this zone much better than the one he had on Saturday.
I bet he does. Murray the lead down at second base. The stretch by Buckley. And the pitch, same location, same call.
Great off-speed pitch there. Got to think you might go outside cheese here again, see if you can ring him up.
See if they'll go for the trifecta right here as Sitzman back in. Buckley checks the runner, the pitch. Well, I think he wanted that one, right?
Yeah, a little bit too far outside. Thought maybe he'd go, but fish ain't biting on that one.
Not a bad waste pitch, though, if you can get him maybe thinking one more time, right?
Not at all.
Sitzman back in, and the pitch by Buckley. Ooh, awful close. 2-2.
Tried to go there again. But again, we've talked about it. He hasn't thrown a ton of pitches yet. She can waste a pitch like that. See if he'll offer.
Murray, good lead down at second. Buckley a check of the runner. In fact, he'll take another look before coming home with a breaking pitch. Hit foul, just foul down the right side.
Nice job by Sitzman to fight it off, but couldn't quite keep it in play. And now I got a feeling I'd almost go upstairs with some upstairs heat right here if I'm Buckley.
See what Buckley does is he looks the runner back. The pitch on the way. This one hit toward the shortstop. Replogle drops it, and then he falls down trying to make the play. Murray advancing on to third. How do you want to score that one, Sean?
That's interesting. I don't.
Number 5, 80 Core.
I got a feeling they may score that a base hit.
So we'll give Sitzman the single.
Where did you think Replogle was going? Was he going to throw it to third if he fields it cleanly?
Yeah, I thought maybe that was his first intention, right?
With the runner going. You usually don't go to third when the ball's hit in front of you at the shortstop.
Coors will step to the plate as another throw to first. We have seen Buckley throw over there a couple of times tonight. But now for the second straight time, Chatard an opportunity to get a run on the board. Buckley's pitch, runner takes off from first. They're going to throw down, and the tag lane on, they get him.
Got him. Nice throw there by Jones.
Boy, he did not hesitate either, did he?
And I am stunned that Murray didn't take off for home once the throw went down to second.
Yeah, because it was a throw right on target, but the second baseman had to go down on his knees to get that one as the pitch is inside.
As aggressive as they've been on the base paths, that one really surprised me, but you still got a runner at third with only one out.
Buckley with the wind and the pitch came back inside again. We'll go to 2-1.
2 breaking balls in a row. I'm surprised by that, especially at the bottom of the lineup.
The next pitch on the way. Fastball in there for a called strike.
Got a feeling Jones may put the glove a few inches further to the right now.
Yeah. Here's the pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, and that'll do it for Coors.
Big strikeout there, and now not just can you get this third out, Troy, and get out of the inning, you don't flip the lineup over either.
Yeah. Here's Wright. Ben Wright got on base a couple of times in that city championship, both by walks, as that pitch just off the plate. Ben did walk twice, struck out twice. Runner third, getting the lead. Here's the pitch. That one drops in for a strike. We'll go to 1-1.
Nice breaking ball there. As Buckley is pitching from the windup.
Yes, he is. Pitch on the way. Late swing and a foul, so right behind out 1-2.
Had a chance to, since we've done so many games with Buckley, had a chance to get to know his dad. And his dad said when he's on, catcher doesn't need a catcher's mitt. He can throw a paper cup out there and Brock will hit it. So it's looking pretty good today.
Well, he got that one. Is right. Caught looking, and for the second straight time, Chatard leaves a runner in scoring position. That's now 3. After 2 innings, no score. This is high school baseball on IndianaSRN.
Burtner Electric Incorporated has been proudly serving our residential and commercial customers with quality electrical repair for over 33 years. We are fully licensed and insured in electrical wiring and electrician service packages. You'll receive a competitive assessment whether you're a homeowner or a business owner, first-time or long-time customer. We offer free estimates for any new project. Call our licensed and experienced electricians today.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action, or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
By the way, if you're keeping score with us, we'll be again at Kokomo tomorrow for the IHSAA baseball tournament. Earlham leading their game 5-1 as they play in the 7th inning. Here, no score as Gavin Tyndall leads things off. And then back to the top of the order, Replogle and Buckley. Borowski so far giving up a couple of hits. That pitch in there for a strike. Each team has had runners in scoring position, 3 so far for Chatard, 2 for Covenant, and neither team able to scratch. Ouch.
Oh, that one hurts.
That may have hit the end of his bat.
Did it?
Yeah, I think that's what the umpire's going to say, so he's not going to let him head on down to first. So actually, instead of getting the benefit of going down there and trotting your way, you got 2 strikes.
Well, the sound, I thought, oh, that's got to really hurt. Didn't know it hit his bat.
The 0-2 pitch by Borowski. Outside corner, got him looking.
And there's that zone again. But what are the chances that a ball that size can hit a knob that size?
Yeah.
It's incredible.
I would imagine the way that we have analytics and everything, we probably have a stat on that somewhere.
I'm
right?
sure they probably do.
Replogle steps to the plate, got a base hit in the first inning. High fly ball into center. Duncan to his right. Battles a little bit of wind there, but gets the out, 2 away, and that'll bring up Buckley.
One thing that I just noticed I think is really interesting, Troy, is watch where the home plate umpire sets up behind the catcher.
Okay.
He's literally behind the right-handed batter's box.
He is.
It's got to be
he?
hard to see the whole zone.
Yeah.
Look at that.
He really is, isn't he? Pitch on the way is outside. Yeah, generally they kind of set right up over the top.
Yeah, that'll give you a general. I mean, I'm sure Buckley isn't going to complain about it.
No, you take full advantage. Pitch is low for a ball, 1-1.
And they're playing him straight up in the outfield, too, with the blue monster out there in left.
This one hit to the right side. Base hit, perhaps extra bases for Buckley. He's going to head to second. Center fielder Duncan has a little bit of a problem getting to the baseball, and Buckley in with a 2-out triple.
Boy, that would have been nice to have in the first, but they'll take it.
Runner at third, our next batter, center fielder.
Nice swing there by Buckley, and that'll bring up now Brad Nardi.
And that's the one thing about this turf, Troy. It'll skip quick off that turf, and that's one thing it did. And like you said, Duncan had a hard time corralling it out there. Big at bat here for both Nardi and Borowski.
Chopper left side. There is Sitzman. The throw to first off the mark. A run will score. And they'll have a play down at second, and they will not get the runner. Nardi at second base.
The swim move worked. And that is, wow, I'm surprised Harmon's not out there as the swim move got it, but that's an error on the shortstop on that play, but it'll get the run home.
Number 12, Jackson Ware.
So here's Jackson Ware. Every opportunity right there to perhaps get out of the inning, and so now this one hit deep into left field. Murray is there just at the warning track. He misses it. Run will score, and heading to second base will be Jackson Ware, and that's going to be an error on Murray.
I think they're going to give him a double. I think he heard footsteps when he got on that track. Did he get his glove on it? I couldn't tell.
I thought he did. I thought he actually hit his glove, so we'll have to wait and see how they'll score it as Ethan Kimmerly will come to the plate. Either way you look at it, they're going to get another run across.
2 big runs with 2 outs. You love those 2-out runs.
So here's Kimmerly, swing and a miss.
And a guy in scoring position to potentially get a third with the knock here.
Borowski checks the runner. The pitch is outside. You know, now as a pitcher, Sean, you really need to bear down and focus, because if that was an error, you've had 2 errors in the inning, and sometimes that'll work you up a little bit.
Yeah, well, you got to get this third out and stop the bleeding.
Swing and a miss. The good news is I'm not the official scorer, so they need to leave that up to somebody smarter than me. Ball in the dirt, runner advancing to third, and that'll be a wild pitch. Do you think our camera guy could? What would you have scored that out there? An error or a double? A home run?
I was about to explain to him what stop the bleeding meant.
Pitch is up high, 3-2. He asked me a little bit ago when you said you're a Bears fan. What sport is that?
Nice.
Payoff pitch on the way is fouled off at the plate.
I ask myself that sometimes as well.
I noticed your Cubs and my Cardinals aren't doing that great either.
Your Cardinals are at least top of the division.
Fly to center field. There's Duncan to make the catch, and that's going to do it for the third. Bunny, productive inning for Covenant. They pick up 2. We head to the bottom of the third. Covenant on top of this one, 2-0. This is high school baseball on IndianaSRN.
You want a career that will transform your life while you change the lives of others by helping them live well. With a health or exercise sciences degree from IUPUI School of Health and Human Sciences, you will gain an in-depth understanding of the healthcare industry while preparing you for a variety of graduate and professional programs in health. And with Indy as your classroom, you will have clinical options within leading hospitals right in our backyard, as well as a degree from Indiana University, reputable leaders in the healthcare industry. It all starts here.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Hit at the bottom of the third, 2-0. Covenant on top of those 2 runs, and so now Chatard will go back to work. And, of course, what we saw in that first inning, they were swinging at every first pitch that Buckley had. So it'll be Keating, Duncan, and Palakin to lead things off here for the Trojans.
It would not surprise me to see him go first pitch breaking ball to Keating here.
Yeah, because he went fastball first time, right?
Yeah, a lot of those guys went, swung first pitch fastball.
Keating grounded out his first time up, so his second go-around here against Buckley. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Good call.
Oh, thank you. Cat and mouse game. It's the best part about it.
Yeah. Keep him guessing, right?
Yes, sir.
And
off
Keating,
balance.
Keating has that open stance from the left side, and that open stance just caught him a foul ball off the left foot. And they add insult to injury. They give him a strike for that, too, so he's 0-2. I'm trying to help our camera guy understand baseball a little bit.
And he's wearing a different jersey than the rest of the squad as well.
Oh. Must have left his at home, huh, in the laundry. Forgot to bring it.
Well, when I looked, I pulled the varsity roster off of, their website, and he wasn't on it. So I think he's a JV kid that got called up. And how about that? Get called up from JV, then you're hey, guess what? You're leading off and playing third.
Yeah, Keating wore number 1, though, in that matchup in the city championship. So here's the 0-2 pitch. I don't know. When I was coaching, I never knew of a player that left a uniform at home or their shoes when we played basketball. It was never done. Here's the 1-2 pitch on the way. Chop foul left side.
Yeah, teenagers never make those mistakes, do they?
And then they try to blame me, somehow like it was my fault.
Hey, you know exactly what it's like to be a parent then.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Keating. And he'll step out.
I'm a huge fan of those Covenant away uniforms. They're just old school.
Yeah, I like them too. Hit sharply left center field. That's going to fall in for extra bases. Keating on his way to second, and a stand-up double to lead things off for the Trojans in the third.
Well, you can see why he got called up from JV, because he's just
for the Trojans,
spraying the ball all over the field.
14, Aiden Duncan.
Here's Duncan. He singled and left stranded at third back in the first inning. If I'm not mistaken, the 4th base hit now for the Trojans.
Yeah, they got to take advantage of it this time with the leadoff man on.
Now this is now their 4th player in scoring position in 3 innings. Hit sharply down the line, but foul.
Ooh, that was close. And that's for those of you for high school baseball, since there's only 2 umpires, that is the home plate umpire's call. Unless we can call Angel Hernandez to come do the third baseline. I'm sure they'd love that, wouldn't they? Or Casey could do it too.
Yeah, I was going to say, he might be as good as Angel Hernandez.
Probably better.
That's right. Buckley, a check of the runner and the pitch. Foul tip held on there by the catcher as Jones.
Back in our day, they used to say that was an aspirin tablet right there.
That's right. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch on the way, jammed him inside. In fact, that was almost a golf swing that time by Duncan.
Hey, fight it off and stay alive. It's not an excuse me swing if you're still in the dish after that one.
That's right. Well, and knowing that strike zone might be a little bigger today, you better swing, right?
Yes, sir.
So now does Buckley go outside here?
You would think so, but my gosh, the one thing in high school, they stand so close to the plate.
Yeah,
it's unbelievable.
Yeah, they're right up on top. Runner gets the lead at second. That's Keating with the leadoff double. That one unable to be corralled by Jones. We'll stay at 0-2.
He got the pitch he wanted, just couldn't quite squeeze it for Nolan. That backwards exit velo a little bit too much for him.
That's right. Duncan back in. He might be even a little closer to the plate now. Buckley with the stretch. Here's your pitch on the way. Breaking ball hit foul.
Boy, kept the hands back as much as he could, but with that breaking ball, ended up pulling it down the third base line.
You do know, cameraman, which is, I'd say it'll be, I don't want to identify you in case you get in trouble, that's the left side, this is the right side.
If he knows his left and right, I think he's okay. We hope that's the case.
0-2. Here's the pitch on the way. Popped him up. Playing him in center field will be Nardi, just over in left center as he makes the catch and a strong throw to third. So there's one away, and that'll bring up Palakin.
One out, a runner at second base. Brings up our second baseman.
Palakin singled, stole a base in the first.
Palakin.
Another big batter here for Buckley.
By the way, Earlham on top of their game now, top of the 8, 5-1. So it looks like Earlham will advance in the winners bracket unless they falter in the late stages of the game of that IHSAA tournament. Buckley's pitch on the way, outside corner for a strike.
No, I got to think one of the reasons they stand so close is for plate coverage, because so many kids now, I believe, on the inside pitch, they just open their hips up and go with it.
Yeah. Palakin back in. Here's the stretch, and Buckley's pitch hit to the left side. Third baseman with the throw to first, and then the relay back to third. Not in time. So Kimberly with that strong throw to first base gets out number 2.
You'll live with that because you got the out. With Buckley covering, you're fine. You got 2 outs now. Just get the out here. But I like the way that Kimberly looked him back.
Yeah.
And that strong throw over to third was nice.
Yeah, he's got a heck of an arm down there at third base. Konvalinka steps to the plate. He struck out. He's only played appearance back in the first against Buckley. Foul tip held on again by Jones.
Is this another opportunity where Buckley pitches out of a jam? We'll see, but man, oh man.
Yeah, Chatard may look back and go, boy, we had our chances. Swing and a miss, took something off that one.
Think he goes back to the fastball here?
Well, he didn't look very good on the first fastball, did he? Yeah. I think I might try it again.
I think Jones may go outside again.
Buckley gets the sign from Jones, the pitch, and he was going to the outside.
Nice pick, though, on that ball in the dirt, or the turf, if you will. The runner on third, you got to keep that ball in front of you.
Boy, how important is it to have a guy behind the plate that can stop some of those balls coming off the turf like this? Fastball up high, 2-2.
Yeah, you essentially become a hockey goalie, you know?
Yeah.
You're okay with the ball, you know, rebounds in hockey, you know, is bad, comes off the goalie. Baseball doesn't matter as long as it doesn't get by it.
That's right. Break-even pitch on the way, grounded off the leg of Buckley, and he will throw to first. And did they get him?
Oh.
No. Run will score. Good effort, though.
I'm surprised he got that.
2 outs and a runner.
They're going to check on
Did it
Buckley.
get his leg or did it get his glove? I couldn't tell.
Yeah, it was hard. I thought maybe it got a piece of it. Yeah, you're going to say the way he was motioning there, it got him off the left foot, at least in that area. Ane's up next, but they're going to let Buckley throw a pitch or two just to see how he's reacting.
Boy, if he wasn't as off balance and could have turned and picked up that ball just a split second quicker, he'd have had him at first.
So 2 on your score. And for the first time tonight, Chatard able to get a runner in. And I think Buckley's okay. He's like, let's go. Does not need a warm-up pitch at all. And they 0 for 1 tonight. Short lead at first by Konvalinka. The ball hit back at the middle. Diving second baseman makes the stop. Throw to the shortstop. Gillespie to Ruplogel, the defensive play of the night.
What a play by Gillespie to Ruplogel. We'll catch the replay on the flip side.
All right. 2-1 your score. This is high school baseball in IndianaSRN.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Dr. Steve Alford.
Sean, we're going to probably see the defensive play of the game right here so far. Let's take a look at that play at second.
Sharp ground ball into the hole, and what a snag by Gillespie, and just enough time to get it out of his glove to shovel it over to Replogle. That is a top-notch play right there.
You know, that's one of those plays that it's good at any level.
Oh, yes. Should we do it? Dun-na-na, dun-na-na. There you go. Top 10 plays right there.
I didn't know we had those sound effects.
It's amazing what Ben can do.
Leading off for the Warriors, number 27.
Here's Nolan Jones. We head to the fourth inning. By the way, I was looking at Covenant's schedule, and I don't know if it's correct. They got a lot of games coming up in a short amount of time before the tournament.
Get them in.
Yeah. This has some tired arms by the time they get to the tournament as that pitch is outside.
Well, the Marion County tournament, they played, 3 days in a row to get all those in?
Yeah.
It's because of the weather?
Chopper foul left side. Yeah, it has not been nice at all. Just from the standpoint, I would imagine the coaches are just pulling their hair out, trying to figure out how they're going to reschedule some of these games, and it's important to get the games in. But this one hit into shallow center, and the second baseman can't get to it, Polakin. That'll fall in for a base hit for Jones, and that'll bring up now Laughlin.
2 for 2. Maybe they should keep catching him.
That's right.
He's going to swing like that at the dish. Well, I mean, it wreaks havoc on your pitching staffs too.
Yeah.
With the number of pitches and with games being so close, you've really got to have a deep staff to stay competitive. But once sectional starts, then you go into your solid rotation.
Pitch over the head of Laughlin. You know, the other thing about it is it isn't like basketball. I know you have certain quarters, but in pitching with that pitch count and such and everything, you got to be really careful how you're doing this. I mean, I don't know if I could do it.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Runner takes off, throw down, tag laid on in time. The throw wasn't great, but I'll tell you what, nice play defensively by the second baseman, Polakin, to lay the tag on.
That was a very nice throw and play by Polakin. Not the best jump, but he picked it and then just came across, swipe tag.
Pitch caught the outside corner.
And I'll be honest with you, with Laughlin at the plate, I'm surprised they didn't bunt with him.
He'll go low and outside. 3 balls and 1 strike now to Laughlin. Borowski working quickly. Fly ball left field. Murray, no problem there. 2 away.
You know, no disrespect, but Laughlin's hitting 143 on the season, so maybe that's the chance where you say, okay, let's sacrifice a few, get thrown in a second. Now we got the lefty coming up with 1 out and runner in scoring position.
Yeah. So here's Brown, and the pitch is low. You know, with that music playing, I feel like I'm in the NBA. You know,
yeah, is that for track or something going on?
Pitch in there for a strike. Must be, is it lacrosse? Okay, yeah, it's lacrosse.
Ah, those lacrosse boys or girls.
Boy, Borowski, look at him working here. He's quick.
He does not mess around, that's for sure.
American Idol must be on tonight. He's going to go home and watch.
I'm pretty sure that's not the case. He wants to go home and watch the third IHSAA game.
That's right.
That's what he wants to do.
Well, he's set to go to work once again as Brown down in the count as Borowski gets the sign, the pitch, and it's outside. Well,
Franklin.
If I can, as Polish guys, we work fast.
Yeah.
No need to waste time.
When necessary, us Germans can do the same thing,
Borowski gets the sign from Ane. The pitch inside. That'll walk Brown, and a 2-out walk as Gavin Tyndall steps to the plate. But is that not that's the first walk given up by Borowski?
It is.
Number 25, Gavin Tyndall.
Looks like we'll have a pinch runner down at first base, or a courtesy runner, excuse me.
Yeah, since he's the DH, I guess he gets a courtesy runner as
Is that Gillespie? Oh, Kaplinger, sorry, 34. But I think he's actually 34. I know that doesn't make any sense, Ben. Otherwise, it'd be Gillespie. Can Gillespie pinch courtesy run?
Ben's fine with me. He's wearing a Cubs World Series hat, World Series champs hat. We're already back to reminiscing to the good old days.
That's right. Pitch up high over the head of Tyndall.
I mean, how can you Cardinal fans stand it? It's been so long since you've had a World Series. Can you even remember back that far?
No. What is the World Series? There were times I was wondering if the Cardinals were still in the majors. It's been a while. Maybe they move them down to AAA.
That's my childhood right there. I did get down to Truist Park in Atlanta.
Oh yeah,
a couple weeks ago. It's beautiful.
No
it's
kidding.
a whole. It's like a city.
No kidding.
Just everything they're building around it. It's unbelievable.
Pitches up high, 4 straight to Tyndall. Back-to-back walks, runners at first and second. That'll bring up Replogle. So let me ask you then. So Atlanta, when they built that stadium, they had built the Olympic Stadium at one point, right? And then they moved out of it. Is that how that worked?
So Turner Field was the Olympic Stadium, which they then used for the Braves. Yeah. But with it being downtown, they wanted it a little bit further out in Cobb County to be able to build all that. They've got businesses. It's like a Hamilton Town Center like outside of it with just all kinds of shopping and stuff. It's gorgeous. It's really nice.
Well, after the short meeting with Borowski and the back-to-back walks, Replogle 1 for 2 tonight.
2-out rally got him 2 runs the first time, so we'll see what happens here.
And he has hit it sharply tonight off the right hand of Borowski. Every inning, Covenant has had base runners. Pitch on the way, hit foul.
Ooh.
Thought that might kind of hand the piece in the hand of Ane there, too.
I think it might have, too, the way he shook it off. You can see him kind of squeezing a little bit now. Those will hurt.
You know, they always say the fastest way to the majors is be a catcher, but it's also a pretty dumb position. If you
I played it in Little League. I totally get that.
Pitches high and inside, 1 ball, 1 strike.
I've never been known for my brains, so that's for sure.
Me neither. Plogel with runners at first and second here in the top half of the 4th. 2-1 Covenant on top. The pitch. Chopper to the third baseman. Steps on the bag, and that's going to do it. So the threat over here in the 4th. 2-1, Covenant on top. This is high school baseball in IndianaSRN.
I'm Keith Myers, Vice President of IndianaSRN. Thanks for joining us. You know IndianaSRN broadcasts 350 games a year, all sorts of sports. Yeah, we do. Hard to believe, isn't it? IndianaSRN loves to put student athletes first on our website. If you're a business out there, we probably could help you too. Contact us at coach@indianasrn.org. Grandma from out of state thanks you. Mom and Dad who can't get to the game thanks you as well. In fact, our athletes watch the games over and over again. Our military has enjoyed the games as well. So sit back and enjoy the game. It's IndianaSRN.
By the way, warm day today, nothing like what it was yesterday from a heat and humidity standpoint, but a beautiful day for baseball here at Chatard, and Hopefully we're going to keep it this way the rest of the way because I don't think we have much room to squeeze any more makeup dates in, but it looks like it's promising, right?
Yeah, it is. And let's be real. Is there ever really a bad day for baseball?
Never.
I didn't think so either. at least in my mind, there's not. So I'm, we're only May 12th, and my entire family is already saying, baseball again? Like we're barely into the season. Come on now.
That's right. Baseball again.
Yes.
Here is Murray to lead things off now for Murray, number 16. He lines this one into left field for a base hit. Leading things off here in the fourth.
Replogle thought he may have a shot at that, but then as he started to lift off, he realized, it's a bit above my range.
Sitzman, second time up, facing Buckley.
Unless he was Giannis out there at shortstop, he wasn't going to get that.
By the way, that was what was amazing the other day when we had the gentleman on from the Indians. I know you guys talked to him on, is it Monday nights you do that? Or is
it's once a month. It's called Down the Line from Victory Field. Stay tuned. I think June 7th is our next telecast.
But he said their shortstop is 6'7".
O'Neal Cruz is 6'7", yes.
For now, he's a shortstop.
For now, yes.
Are you kidding me?
The kid's got an unbelievable arm, too.
Have you ever heard of a 6'7" shortstop?
I have not. I thought Cal Ripken was a giant at 6'3", 6'4" at shortstop.
How tall was Alex Rodriguez when he played short?
I think he was 6'3" as
okay,
well,
so that's even tall. Yeah.
It is, yeah. I mean, we grew up with the Freddie Pateks and, Ozzie Smiths. Can't believe I just said that name. And all those. It truly was short stop. I mean, you wanted your slick fielder there, and it was usually the guy that could, pick all those balls off the dirt and make the plays. But great athletes now.
That went in the dirt, and that'll enable Murray to get to second.
Wild pitch, I assume?
I would say so, yes. Sure, Murray'd like you to score at a stolen base, but unfortunately skipped right in front of Jones. The 2-1 pitch on the way, in there for a strike. Yeah, Freddie Patek might have been, 5'6"?
On a good day.
On a good day?
Yeah. I mean, even guys like Bucky Dent and, all those guys, they weren't a ton of big guys.
Here's Buckley once again with a pitch on the way. Chopper to the shortstop. Throw to first by Replogle. Runner advances on to third. And one away. That'll bring up Coors.
Well, Troy, it's interesting. Keating grounded out to short in the first pitch he saw. But Duncan, the second batter, got on base. Every inning since then, the leadoff runner has gotten on for Chatard, and yet they've somehow only got one run. Got a guy at third with one out. If you're Coors, you got to get the ball in the air, in the grass.
First pitch on the outside corner for a strike.
Or the green turf.
That's right. Coors had struck out back in the second. Murray down to third with the lead. Another pitch on the outside corner by Buckley.
He's going to work low in the zone because he doesn't want to give Coors a chance to lift it and get it in the air for a sac fly. I wouldn't be surprised to see a breaking ball here.
Buckley with the late kick and the pitch on the way. Went outside again. He didn't miss by much. Chance here for the Trojans to tie this ball game in the bottom of the fourth inning. Breaking ball low and inside. Got some sharp break on that at the very end, too.
He did. Looked like he tried to aim that one a little bit more than normal. We'll see if he comes back to it here.
Breaking and pitch on the way is outside, so we'll go full count. By the way, Earlham did win that game 5-3.
So Earlham versus Anderson tomorrow?
Yes. Is that the game you and I have?
Well, I don't know. We'll have to find out.
Pitch is low for a ball, and Coors will head down to first. And here's Wright.
Next batter, number 2.
Well, that's huge for Coors after being down in the count to come back and work the walk. But now you've got a double play opportunity here with Wright. But first, we're going to get a mound visit.
Well, certainly an instance where you're thinking about strategy a little bit here, I'm sure.
Let's talk a little bit more about the Heartland Conference. Troy, HCAC.TV is at the top. 5 seeds played. So Anderson and Hanover were 4 and 5. Loser plays tonight against number 1 seed Franklin. You just gave the final score of the second game.
Yeah.
So then after that, I'm not really sure how it works on day 2, but we got 3 games tomorrow starting at 9:30. No, 12:30.
12:30, yeah.
And I don't come on the air till the second game. I think are you the first game?
Yeah,
the
12:30 and then the 3:30. And then I'm cut loose, and then I think you're taking over.
I got 3:30 game, and then the 6:30 game. So.
And then the Saturday, there's 2 games.
Yes.
And then maybe Sunday.
Maybe, yeah, depending on how. I'm wondering if it's like some kind of double elimination.
Yeah.
It's probably like have you ever been to the College World Series?
I've never been to the College World Series.
You gotta go.
I'd love to go.
It is fantastic.
I would love to go. Here is Ben Wright. Struck out looking his first time up. Throw to first, not in time.
Now, I went back when it was still at Rosenblatt Stadium. Have not been to TD Ameritrade, but it is a lot of fun. If you're a baseball junkie, you got to go.
Yeah, I love college baseball. Here's the pitch on the way. Hit foul. Yeah, I hear that new stadium's pretty nice.
Yeah, TD Ameritrade is really nice.
Is that where the AAA team plays now? Or
no, it's not.
No.
Which is surprising, yeah.
Wow. The stretch by Buckley, and this time he'll fake the throw to third, down to second. The tag laid on, the throw to the plate not in time, and we're tied at 2 apiece.
Okay, that was interesting. 1-4 on the put out there from Buckley to Gillespie. Gillespie just turned and hurled it. Not sure they had a shot at him even if the throw was online.
So that's kind of a gamble a little bit, you might say, doing that. Would you want to do that and allow the tying run to score?
I maybe would have run more directly at the runner if I was Buckley.
Yeah.
To try and get him to commit and then listen to see if the guy's going home so you can turn and throw and get the lead runner. But, again, there's so much going on in that play. It's hard to decide what to do in that split second.
1 ball and 2 strikes now to Wright. Either way, it's tied at 2.
Yeah, well, what about you?
I'm like you, ought to run at him a little bit more. If worst comes to worst, he's going to get to second, and I'm just going to make sure that runner at third doesn't score. This one lifted into center field. Base hit for Ben Wright. And now you say, well, he would have scored right there anyway, but the pitch might have been a little bit different too.
Yeah, the sequencing is probably different. But now the important thing is you flip the order back to the top, and Keating squared up some balls on Buckley so far tonight.
Yeah, he hit that double in the 3rd inning, but he's hit the ball hard at the top of the order. Boy, if I'm Chatard, I want to get to that Covenant bullpen as quickly as I can, too.
Yeah.
Try to get Buckley out of there.
They've left runners on in every inning so far.
Chopper left side, going to be a tough play. Kimmerly's throw to first, not in time. Making a big turn down at second was Wright, and now he's in a pickle. And the tag laid on, and they got him. Base running error right there by Wright.
That made me think of the Sandlot. Pickle! We'll try and get that scoring play worked out for you during the break.
There you go. Tied at 2. This is high school baseball in IndianaSRN.
They say nice guys don't finish first. So maybe it's time to reconsider what it means to be first.
It's about being your best, but knowing you could be even better.
It's being present, but respectful of history.
You sure you want to make that move?
It's donating something more valuable than money.
It's believing in yourself and something bigger.
It's coming from different families, but treating each other like brothers.
It's not just being a man, it's being a Mason.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Okay, Sean, everybody get ready. I'm going to give him a second here. Sharpen your pencil.
Okay, I got you.
In case you're, again, scoring at home.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Run that down for us.
It's almost a phone number, but it's a zip code. 6 to 3 is the ball sits to the shortstop to the first baseman, to the second baseman 4, to the third baseman 5, back to the second baseman 4. So 6 to 3 to 4 to 5 to 4.
Very good.
Yeah.
If we need to later on, we might bring that up in the post game. So have it ready.
Okay.
For the Warriors, number 23,
Here's Buckley.
Brock Buckley.
Either way, the Trojans did tie the ball game. Buckley rips this one foul to the right. But you never know. Again, those are things you kind of put a little asterisk next to it and go, what if?
You write those down in the notes and somewhere on your scorebook.
Jammed him on that pitch. Ground ball. Polakin on to first, one away.
This is an important inning for Covenant offensively. You got the meat of your order coming up. You want to get something going. Give Buckley that lead again so he can try and clamp down.
And as we said earlier, the thing, I think you've seen him a lot. I've seen him a lot. It's amazing how strong he gets in the later innings.
He does.
Hit well to right. That's going to fall in for a base hit. Nardi swinging on the first pitch again. We've seen that quite a bit tonight on both ends. So Covenant has a man on. Here is Jackson Ware.
He scored in the second after reaching on an error, and now they need Ware, who's 1 for 2. Come up big, doubled last at bat.
You know, the way they're swinging the bat, I'm kind of surprised that Covenant's averages aren't a little bit better. Hit well. Phew. See what I mean?
Yeah, I agree with you. But the Circle City Conference is a great baseball conference.
Yeah.
I mean, Brebeuf is 8-1, got Andrew Dukanich, who throws 97. Garin Catholic 7-3. Heritage is really good too, and they're 4-5 in the conference.
Popped up right field. Coors is there as he battles the high sky and makes the catch, 2 away. You know, 97 is pretty impressive.
That is pretty good.
You know, I don't know about you. I've never seen 97 stand at the plate.
No, I don't think I want to either. But, you know, Heritage Christian has Andrew Wiggins, he's committed to Indiana to pitch.
That's right.
And they're 4-5 in the conference. And Buckley, he's pitching and playing football.
Hit to center. Duncan is there, and that's going to do it for the 5th as Covenant leaves a man on. We'll head to the bottom half of inning number 5, tied at 2. This is high school baseball on IndianaSRN. Well, the question now is, Sean, who's going to break first here as we're down to the last couple of innings of this one, and now it's Chatard's turn with Duncan, Polakin, and Konvalenka.
Yeah, you know, this essentially was the stretch portion of the game, but you know, before the bottom of the 5th, so it's getting late. I don't think pitch count's an issue for Buckley. You got to get runs if you're Covenant, and hope he continues to stop him, and you stop him especially by getting this leadoff hitter.
So Duncan steps up for the 3rd time, singled back in the 1st, and check swing. He goes around. He's down in the count, 0-1. Middle of the order here for the Trojans against Buckley. The pitch, swing and a miss.
You definitely want 1, 2, 3 if you can, if you're Buckley. set them down in order and get back in that dugout and try and get those sticks going.
And you're talking about the amount of talent in this conference, and then Buckley was going to go to Xavier.
He was, yeah.
And then you said he's going to Iowa now to play both baseball and football.
Yes.
Lined in his center base hit.
Loves football, so that's why I call him Shark. He's like Jeff Samardzija, a pitcher and a wide receiver.
Here is Polakin.
J.P. Polakin.
I have that as the 7th hit off of Buckley. That's the most I think I've ever seen.
Yeah. I had that Guerin game earlier this year up at Guerin, and Buckley gave up some hits early, but boy, they did not take advantage of it. And by the time that they were ready to pull him in the 7th, the Warriors scored a couple of runs, and he came back in and shut it down. Pitch low and inside. Blacken singled in the first inning, grounded out in the 3rd.
He looks a little frustrated that he lost Duncan after having him down 0-2. He's got to settle down and focus on Polakin right now.
Quick throw to first. Well, now the question is, do you try to be a little aggressive here? If you're the Trojans, you know hits are at a premium. Well, 7 runs are at a premium for sure. So do you try to get this guy in scoring position?
I kind of felt like he was going to bunt, but I don't know.
That one off his fist, and that's going to be a one. Hopper takes a weird bounce on the turf. Replogle probably at least had some kind of a play on it, but then it bounced to his right.
It looked like it hit the seam where the green and the brown hit, and it just kicked left.
Wow.
Designated hitter, number 15.
Yeah, that took a weird bounce.
That's a hang with them right there. So we watched the replay. Let's see. It looks like, it looked like it caught the seam, but man, it kicked way left as Replogle was there. Now he's in a jam again.
Must have had a heck of a lot of spin on it because it was jammed that way. And Konvalinka is set to come to the plate. But now we see a
pinch hitter.
Pinch hitter, yeah.
This is where I think we get the bunt. Right here.
Yeah. So the pinch hitter coming in right here.
Nick Kerr.
So Nick will step to the plate.
Trojans, number 25, Nick Kerr.
So here is Kerr.
See Kimberly on the green.
Well, and the turn, that was the only reason Buckley did that to see if he was going to square to bunt. So now they kind of got an idea, right?
Ware's not even holding him on at first. He's at the lip, and so is Kimberly, and they're both going to charge.
Kerr turns, and the pitch in there for a strike.
This is Mike Harmon baseball. 2 runners on, nobody out. I'm going to get them in scoring position and let Ane with 26 RBIs take a crack at it.
Buckley, a check of the runner at second. And he'll turn and throw to the bag, and they got him.
Oh.
Well, that kind of blows the plans, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. And I'm telling you, this kid's got an incredible move, and that was his A-plus move to second. And Coach Harmon cannot be happy with Duncan as they're going to pull Kerr now and bring
Konvalinka back in.
Oh, that is a
pitch on the way, is low and inside. Count even at 1-1.
Ane moved up the RBI leaderboard in the state Tuesday night. Going into that game Tuesday night, Winsenreed of Lawrence North had 25 RBIs and was 25th in the state. As of today, Ane has 26. So he is moving way up.
Bunted, but he pops it up, and Jones out of the box quickly, and that's going to do it for Chatard. It opened up like a promising inning, but it closed really fast with Buckley shutting things down. We will head to inning number 6, tied at 2. This is high school baseball in IndianaSRN.
Needing to hire someone to take care of your loved one when you're away? Maybe your family member just needs someone to talk to when you're not around. Why not contact Indiana licensed Serenity Care Services? Call Angela, owner of Serenity Care Services, at 317-900-6202. Our team of trained and experienced personal care providers are licensed to serve seniors requiring companion care and light housekeeping services in Indianapolis and its 5 surrounding counties. Call us today at 317-900-6202. Now hiring qualified applicants.
Well, we will head to inning number 6, and so far nothing settled yet between these two teams. And I think we kind of thought coming in that we knew Buckley. We saw a little bit of Borowski the other day, and he has pitched well today. We kind of thought it was going to be a game like this, right?
Yeah. I hadn't seen Borowski. I paid a little bit of attention to the city championship once I got there, but I also haven't seen Covenant quite a few times in Buckley. You thought maybe the pitching advantage would go his direction, but Borowski's been really good.
Yeah, he really has.
This inning for the Warriors, the catcher, number
well, here is Nolan Jones. He has played well tonight, both ends. Catching and hitting, couple of base hits here tonight. So it'll be Jones, Laughlin, and Brown.
They've both given up some knocks, but, their defense and pitching out of jams have helped both these guys on the mound.
That one on a rope into left field. Falling down for the moment was Murray, but he regains his composure, able to get to that one away.
First time Jones has made an out, but he's been smoking the ball tonight. Just ripping it.
Boy, you hear that coming off the bat like that. That's pretty powerful right there as Laughlin now steps up. He's 0-2 on the afternoon.
And those baseball players, you hit those so solid and it's right to somebody, then you kind of flare one off the end of the bat and it gets you a hit. You're like, what is going on? I don't understand this game.
It's a weird game, isn't it?
It is a very weird game. Humble you quickly.
You think about circle ball, circle bat, anything could happen. Hit well, down the line, base hit.
Ooh.
Laughlin around first. Murray up with it in left, and a sliding double there for Laughlin. And now Covenant has a man in scoring position.
One out.
Tyndall's going to,
Now batting number 35, Ty Gillespie.
Gillespie's going to hit for himself here instead of Brown. As the big thing is, you not only want to get that run home, you want to flip the lineup over to Replogle and Buckley and Nardi.
So here's Gillespie standing in, and the pitch, swing and a miss.
Took a little bit off that one. Had him out in front.
Borowski, and when I watch him throw, we were talking about it earlier, how quick he was, and now he's kind of slowed down a little bit. He's kind of going back and forth, low and outside.
Yeah, you get in those spots where I really got to take my time and hit my spots with the runner in scoring position and tie game. You do kind of slow down a little bit.
Chopper left side could be a tough play. Off the mound, Borowski. Throw to first in time. Nice play as Laughlin will advance to third. That's a huge play right there for Chatard.
That's a big play.
Next batter, number 25.
Well, here's Tyndall. Chance now to give.
You see him. He got off the mound quick. Nice throw over to first base. And now the key here is on A. You got to keep everything in front of you.
Tyndall 0 for 1 with a walk. First pitch. Speaking of that, he did exactly what you told him he needed to do.
The ball will find you.
Stretch again by Borowski. The pitch on the way. Chop foul.
Yeah, you got to get down on your knees and become a wall if you're on A. Anything breaking that's going to hit the dirt. Throw every body part at it you can. Just keep it in front of you.
Borowski a check of the runner at third. The pitch. Check swing. Grounder to the first baseman. Wright will step on the bag, and that's going to do it. Opportunity there for Covenant. They leave a man in scoring position. We will head to the bottom of the sixth, tied at 2. This is high school baseball on IndianaSRN.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Sean, you brought up a good point during the break that if things work out, and they might, see the top of the order for both teams in the 7th, that'd be kind of fun, right?
That would be very fun, yeah. Leave it to your best guys and see what happens.
Well, I'm sure Jack Murray hopes to have something to say about that.
Yeah, 6, 7, 8, 9 for Chatard now.
Bottom of their order now. Murray's had a base hit. Sitzman's had a base hit. Coors has walked, and Wright has had a base hit. So the bottom of the order here for Chatard, they've been able to get on base tonight. And Murray's been on a couple of times, scored a run in the 4th, swings and hits that one off the light pole or the backstop pole here to our left. That's a double ding right there. That's what you call that.
Oh, see, you had to bring back memories. It's too close to double doink.
You had a broken window Saturday on the cars? Yeah. Well, I tried to get Casey to park his car really close, just to dare him to hit it out there.
Nah, it's not going to happen. They hit him way down the line.
That's right. Here's your 1-1 pitch on the way. It's outside.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than being a fan of the game and hearing that sound and going, please don't let that be.
Yeah, that's right. And everybody looks, too.
Yes.
Pitch is outside 3-1. By the way, neither bullpen is any activity there. Would probably see one of the position players move over.
Have you seen an interesting change in Buckley's body language this last inning and a half or so?
Here's a strike. I noticed you said after the one play, the base hit he gave up, he did change a little bit, right? I mean, you saw something in?
Yeah. I feel like he's frustrated with himself.
That could be. Payoff pitch on the way, hit foul. Murray getting his money's worth.
Like he's been really good around the plate all night, but he knows what he wants to do with a certain pitch, and if it doesn't do what he wants it to do, I think he can get frustrated. But, again, that's the nature of the game.
Well, he gives up a leadoff walk. That'll bring up Sitzman.
No outs. Runner at first brings up number 31, Danny Sitzman.
Well, he's worked out of a bunch of jams. Let's see what happens here. See if Coach Harmon puts a bunt down to try and get Murray to second.
Well, Chatard now with a base runner in every inning of this ball game as you see Sitzman squaring to bunt.
Yeah, Kimberly was behind the bag. Once he saw him square, he sprinted in.
Stretch again by Buckley. Here's the pitch. He went for it. And he's down to the count at 0-1.
Backside went. He had no shot there. If you're bunting and that backside goes left, it is not going your way.
Murray a lead at first, and he's able to get back in time. Chatard has already had a runner picked off at second base here tonight. The stretch again by Buckley. Bunt laid down third base side. Kimberly throws to second, pulled the runner, or should say pulled the second baseman off the bag, and that's going to be a throwing error there on Kimberly. So now runners at first and second.
Fielder's choice in air, no hit for Sitzman, but runner does advance. Now you got runners at first and second, and man, that's one where it's going to get you hot under the collar. Not making the plays. Can Chatard take advantage?
Coors stepping to the plate, and he's showing bunt as well, and the pitch in there for a strike.
If you're Covenant, you got to hope maybe go a little bit upstairs with the fastball, see if you can get him to pop it up.
Yeah. Coors walked his last time up. He's also struck out. You see Kimberly charging in, bunt, and it's bunted foul. So now this brings up an interesting scenario. You're down at 0-2. Do you want to try it again?
I'm just stunned how difficult it is for young people to bunt nowadays.
Yeah. Do you think I'm like you. I don't think they work on it very much anymore the way they used to.
It's crazy. It's a lost art.
It certainly is. Stretch again by Buckley. The pitch. Bunted, and he bunts it foul, and he's done for the night. Yeah, you can't stay up there after the third attempt on a bunt strike like that. I mean, I think it was good of him to try.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Well, I'm sure you got the signal from the coach. Now here comes the big at bat for Ben Wright. He singled last time. You want that ground ball to get that double play and get out of this inning and not turn the lineup over. We talked about that before.
So Buckley set to go to work. The pitch on the way over his head.
Both pitchers have instances of that with their breaking balls.
Yeah.
Haven't been able to snap it off, and it's just gone over the head of the batter.
Yeah, that has happened quite a bit here this evening. Wright did strike out back in the second inning. The stretch by Buckley and the pitch on the way, and that rode inside, and that did get him on the arm. Bases loaded for the top of the order.
And that is what you did not want if you were Buckley.
There is one out.
Now what you're hoping for is you want a comebacker right to Buckley.
Yeah.
To be able to go home and then go to first.
Back at the top of the batting order.
Coach Stevenson's playing the entire infield in. Interesting play here because you still could get a double play with the middle infield, but he's choosing to play the whole infield in.
And then we know how the percentages go up when
Yes,
the
sir.
infield is in. So here's Keating. The pitch by Buckley on the way. Nice pitch and a swing and a miss.
He knows Keating's chomping at the bit to make contact and make a big play, so let's start him off with a breaking ball.
That's right. Yeah, Keating got a big double back in the third. Late swing and hit foul, and he's quickly in the hole at 0-2.
This would be an enormous strikeout if you're Buckley.
Duncan is on deck, by the way, 2 hits.
Yeah, and you've had a walk, an error, and a hit by pitch this inning to load the bases.
The late kick and the pitch, and it's high and outside, 1-2.
Ooh, he was looking to get rung up there. Buckley was like, give me that call.
Here's the 1-2 delivery on the way. Low and outside, 2-2.
Now you can't get cute. You don't want to go 3-2, so this is your pitch.
Yeah. Yeah, after that, nowhere to put Ryan Keating. Here's the pitch on the way, and, well, here we go.
Runners will be off. Actually, they won't be because there's only one out. My mistake.
Well, they could. You never know,
it's possible,
right?
Yeah.
Trying to get that run across. Here is the payoff pitch here by Buckley. And he missed him, and that'll walk in a run. Very rare to see that from Buckley.
Especially 0-2, and now they've got the lead.
And here is Duncan. We mentioned a little bit ago, Duncan has a couple of base hits, and so now Chatard leads it 3-2, and we may have a pitching change right here. Let's wait and see. I mean, it's tough. It's a tough call. Whether I leave my best pitcher in there, let him get himself out of it. As you said earlier, he hasn't thrown a ton of pitches today, so.
I find it interesting that he shoot all the other infielders away.
Yeah.
Like, let me just go one-on-one here with you, Brock, and see how you feel. We'll talk it out until the umpire comes out here. He's like, all right, go get him.
And that's what you do with a senior. I mean, we've talked about that, I'm sure, many, many broadcasts. That's why these guys, he's pitched a lot of innings. So
He's a bulldog. He really is, you know. The last thing he wants right now is to come out of this game.
Exactly, yeah. Well, here's Duncan. Still just one away here in the bottom half of inning number 6. Chatard has now taken a 1-run lead. And the pitch by Buckley on the way is high and outside. He is definitely now struggling a little bit here late.
He's doing okay left and right. It's up and down where he's a little bit high on the outside part of the plate, not getting the call.
That pitch low and outside. Ooh, that looked close. So now for the second time, he's walked 2 hitters here in the inning. Took something off that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Pulled the string, as they say. Do you go back to it again?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. See what he does right here. Yep.
And he does. Now, I'm thinking high inside fastball, because if he makes contact, he's going to, he's going to shank it off the inside of his bat, and maybe you can get something nice out of that.
Break-even pitch on the way. Popped him up. He's way out in front of that one. That was right in on those knuckles, too.
Yep, and that was an off-speed pitch, too, so maybe now you come in on the knuckles with the heater.
The infield's going to stay in here for Covenant with just 1 away. The pitch by Buckley, and that bounces. Runner starts to take off, and they're going to throw down to third. Not in time, but that could have been a costly play right there as Sitzman thought that ball was going to get away a little bit further, but Ane quickly take that back. Jones quickly to get it.
Good plays by Jones and Buckley. Jones getting to the ball quickly, and Buckley coming in to cover the plate. Did not allow that run to score.
Third hitter in the inning to go 3 balls, 2 strikes against Buckley. He's thrown a lot of pitches in the inning. Popped up foul.
Man, Casey didn't even flinch on that one. Keith had been under the table. I'm proud of you, Casey.
Well, if Keith were even up here, that's concession stand somewhere, he'd be over there. Another payoff pitch on the way, and another walk, and another run across for Chatard.
Wow, this is stunning to say the least. You just don't see that from Brock.
You do not. And that's going to do it for Buckley here in the 6th inning. We will have a pitching change for Covenant. We'll take a quick break. Trojans on top 4-2. This is high school baseball in IndianaSRN.
Burner Electric Incorporated has been proudly serving our residential and commercial customers with quality electrical repair for 33 years. We are fully licensed, insured in electrical wiring and electrician service packages. You'll receive a competitive assessment, whether you're a homeowner or a business owner. First time or long-time customer, we offer free estimates for any new project. Call our licensed and experienced electricians today.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action, or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
2 out, the bases are loaded. Next batters is number 15, Daniel Malenka. Leading off for the Warriors, number 2, Trey Rapogel.
We're in the 7th inning as Trey Rapogel will lead things off here for Covenant. Pitches high, 1 ball, 1 strike. And Borowski will try to finish it out, a complete game victory here today.
Yeah, those 2 runs on no hits in the bottom of the 6th. Just absolute daggers if you're Covenant. Now you got your top of the order. Got to get something rolling.
By the way, Gillespie in the ball game for Covenant as the new pitcher. Ground ball right side. Right will field and throw over, and Borowski covering the bag, 1 away.
3-1. Borowski looking for the complete game. Now he's got.
1 out.
He only got 2 more bullets left.
Number 23,
So here is Buckley.
He wants to give himself a chance here, like getting on base.
Yeah, Buckley hit that triple back in the 3rd. 1 for 3 today off of Borowski. Pitch gets away from the catcher all the way to the backstop, 1-0. The pitch on the way, just outside. 2 balls, no strikes.
If you can get a walk here, it gets a guy on base for Nardi and Ware.
Popped up down the right field line, and that'll go out of the ballpark. Go to 2 balls and 1 strike now to Buckley.
Chatard looking to go 2-6 in conference with the victory. That would drop Covenant to 3-7.
Trying inside 3-1. Yeah, you win the city championship, and yet you're sub 500 in the league, huh? Again, how tough it is. Throw to first. by Keating, and there's 2 away.
Down to your last chance here. But it is Nardi who's hit the ball pretty solid today.
And Nardi singled his last time up back in the 5th inning. And now Borowski. Chance to finish it out right here. Line drive into right field, and battling the sun is Coors. He makes the catch, and that's going to do it as Chatard picks up the win here tonight by a final of 4-2. So, yeah, Buckley, we talked about him time and time again, but unfortunately some things didn't go his way late in the ball game, but give Chatard a lot of credit. Though they didn't score runs early, stayed right in there and pick up a nice win.
Yeah, a huge win, especially, when you get the benefit, which you don't ever see really, of Buckley walking those batters in the bottom of the 6th. He took advantage of it and got you the 2 runs, which got you the W, and it's a tough pill to swallow if you're Covenant, but it's 5 in a row now for Chatard, playing some good baseball. Coach Harmon's got things rolling. They can do some damage now here in the Circle City.
All right, want to thank you for joining us. Don't forget tomorrow, in fact, even one more game tonight in the Heartland Collegiate Athletic Conference Baseball Tournament. In fact, that should be underway right now. Tomorrow we'll begin coverage at 12:20 for game number 1. 3 more games coming up tomorrow, all those games here on IndianaSRN. Thanks to the entire crew here tonight. Great job as always. Chatard picks up the win 4-2. Thanks for being with us. This has been high school baseball on IndianaSRN.